friends, Jen Cassell here. I am excited to be back with another design team project share and tutorial for Scrap Diva Designs. Today we are going to be using the 3D desk vanity set that's part of the April release over at the shop. I am so excited to show you this. It is hands down my favorite die from this release. But before we get started, here is her website and all of the info in the back. Make sure to use that hashtag Scrap Diva Designs for some amazing inspiration. And as always, if I've inspired you in any way, please feel free to use my coupon code GEN10 to save at checkout. I super appreciate everyone who uses my coupon code and affiliate link. I do get a small kickback and it helps me continue to create free content for you guys. So let's dive in. This 3D vanity set is so adorable. So you get a working drawer with it. And I was thinking it might even be cool if you made the back a pocket as well. So I think I may be doing that in the future. Just adding onto it could be a lot of fun. But for today's video, I'm going to show you how to put this 3D vanity together. It does come with a fun mirror component to it. And what's a girl without a lighted vanity? We've got to have the right light to do our makeup. So I love this. It's so cute, so girly, so maximalist. I mean, absolutely adorable. I also use the shabby chic butterflies that came out with the April release, and you'll also see a couple of the new flowers part of the April release as well. So if you're interested in seeing how it's done, stay tuned. All right, so let's talk about our components and what you're going to need to complete the 3D desk vanity. So you've got a lot of dies here. You've actually got 3 pages of dies. To start with your base vanity, you're going to need this one right here, and then you'll also need these 2 right here. So you're going to get one of these and one of these. They all have stitch layering pieces. I've actually cut that twice. You have a choice. You can make this as easy as hard as you want. I want to make mine really thick and sturdy, so I've double cut everything. So this is going to be on the interior of my vanity. So these 6 pieces, and then the exact same thing with these ones right here. Just by doubling up that solid cardstock base, you're actually going to be about 4 papers deep for this. So it's going to create a really sturdy 3D paper project. You're also going to have these, and this is what's going to make the mirror on this. Now I have cut this, and you're going to get 2 pieces to this. And as you can see, I've taped mine together so that it'll cut out a hole in the center so that I could do this. I've also cut this one twice in 110-pound cardstock, just because I really want to thicken that up, and I think I'm probably going to bring it off the page a little bit. And then you also have a third of this right here, and this is cut for the center. This is going to be my mirror. You're also going to need these right here. So I've cut this twice, and also with my stitch layering piece, that's going to be the rectangle with the tabs. So you're going to want this one right here. And of course it was over here. You're going to want this with the stitch layering piece. There is a slight size variation between these 2 rectangles right here. This one without the tabs is a little smaller, so take note. You may want to kind of mark it with a Sharpie or something like that. But that is what's going to make the drawer of the vanity. So you're going to need 2 of these rectangular pieces. And once again, I've doubled that up, but I've only done a stitch layering piece once. I don't know how much room there's going to be in there, so I'll wait and see if I want to double it up. And then you're going to need 2 sides, and once again, I've done 1 stitch layering piece for it. I'm just not sure about thickness. I may want to thick it up a little later. And then you're also going to need these 2 pieces, and they're going to go like this. And then I've cut them with the stitch layering pieces, and I've done an additional stitch layering piece. This is actually going to be on the outside of my drawer. It's what you're going to see from the front of the box. projects. You are also going to want, it comes with a few of these. I've cut 4 so far. I may need more as I'm putting it together. I'll kind of figure that out. Now, in addition to the die set, you're also going to want a handle for your drawer of some sort. I have a couple here that I pulled out of my stash. I have a pretty large findings collection, and these are just 2 of the ones that I found in there. Now, don't forget, when you're doing these kind of pieces and looking for something like this, it doesn't have to be a metal finding. You could always do a piece of paper, or maybe some beads on elastic. Use your imagination. But I found these in my stash, and I did paint them gold. So even if you have something in your stash that you'd like to use, but it doesn't quite fit the feel of your project, spray paint it. All right, so I've started putting my components together. I've added all of my stitch layering pieces, as you can see, and I've also started adding some of the bridge components to it. So this is my first one that I put a bridge on. This is going to be the shelf of our vanity. And then I've also put bridge pieces on these 3 sides right here. So that's what it looks like on the other side for reference. Hands down, my #1 tip for creating 3D projects is to use your bone folder. Make sure all of your edges are nice and sharp. It makes assembly a lot easier, and giving you those perfect corners will give you a really sturdy finished piece. So I'm going to start by adding my sides to the main component. Now, if you look really, really closely down at the very bottom, there's just going to be the slightest little score line right there. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it is indeed there. You can see them a little clearer on these pieces on the die itself. So you're going to line up this base that we've created with this first score line from the bottom. So let's start adding the sides to our vanity. So I'm coming in with some liquid glue. I really like to use Barely Art for all of my 3D projects. It dries super, super quickly and clear. So I'm just going to go ahead, and I'm even going to use my fingernail to kind of make it a little easier to see. And then I am going to line up that base with that score line that I just created. Use that bone folder to really press it down. And as you can see, I'm working on silicone for this. This gives me a little better grip when I'm working. Take your time and really get this part right. Otherwise, you're going to be able to see it. So come in with your glue on this tab and go ahead and lay that right up against the edge. And by adding this piece on top, you're really getting all of those brackets that we've placed. You're really making sure that those are on nice and sturdy now. All right, so this is where we should be at this point. Starting to come together and look really cute. Okay, for this part, I've decided to enlist the help of my magnetic ruler. You could do this with a regular ruler as well, or even darken your score lines if you need to. But I found it helpful to just do this with a magnetic ruler. I'm going to go ahead and add a little glue to this tab that I placed, and then just line everything up. And this way I just know that I'm getting it in the right spot. So I'm going to set this aside at this point, let it cure, and let's move on to our box. These are all of my box components. I've started to put this together. I've glued small, large, small, and large. And as you can see, I've added the stitch layering pieces to the back, as well as this is going to be the front of my drawer. I also have this behind here. I just haven't glued it on yet. It's going to cover the tab, as well as cover the brads that I am using to add my handle. I've also went ahead and added the stitched layering piece to this, and then I have this one right here, and this does not have a stitched layering piece to it. As I was searching for my brads to attach my handle, I found these as well, and I thought this could be another really good idea for your handle. You could just do a brad that has like a little jump ring attached to it, and that would make a really good one. And like I said, even if you don't have the color that you like, go ahead and spray paint it. These are probably Tim Holtz. They've been in my stash for ages, but I'm sure you could find them at anywhere in the findings area of Michael's or something like that. So I've just went ahead and attached my handle with those brads. Now I can start closing this up, and I'll add that tab. The easiest way to make sure that everything is perfect is to lay it flat like this. I can add that stitched layering piece to the top, and that's going to cover up those brads. It's a lot easier to do this when you don't have the bottom in your box, so keep that in mind. Now I can go ahead and add glue to these interior tabs, and just go ahead and set this inside. And use that bone folder to really get your corner. I can add glue to the very back. Okay, and then go ahead and just place that extra square or extra rectangle right on top. Perfect. Looking really cute. Now let's come over here. I know that this is going to fit nicely inside it because I'm using that box as a guide. Go ahead and add your glue. And then just bring that up, making sure to line up that score line for yourself. Same thing with this one right here. Make sure that you're grabbing that score line. You can do the exact same thing with this side right here. Once again, bring it down and make sure that you're lining everything up with the score lines. And slide your drawer in like that. Really, really cute. Now, I also have the mirror that I created. And like I said, I really doubled this up on the bottom. Then I laid my first of the gold down. I added the mirror to the center, and then I raised up that second gold piece on top. So it adds a really nice dimensional look to it. All right, so I ended up adding an additional piece. I cut another one of these just to kind of thicken it up on the bottom, and I think that gives you a really good base. I've also attached my mirror, and I did end up lighting it up. So the switch is at the top here, and it lights up. So I was like 2 lights short, but that's okay because I was planning on doing a floral cluster in that corner anyways. But how cute is that? Oh, so let me decorate it and I'll be right back. All right, so it's finished. I absolutely love how it turned out. So fun. So I ended up lighting this up, so the mirror is light up, absolutely adorable. I did some fun florals in here. I have the new Shabby Butterfly set that is so stinking cute along with this collection. It just looks so delicate and pretty. There's the new flower down here as well. So, so, so fun. So cute. To reduce the glare. I mean, this is adorable. I love the set. So cute with the drawer. A lot of fun. I did do a couple extra of these flowers that came out, and I thought was cool. These are the flowers that came with the Easter egg last month, and they're larger versions of that flower. So really cool. Those pair very, very nicely together, as you can see on here. I love it. So thank you. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the description box. Um, Stay tuned for, make sure to head on over to Scrap Diva Designs and check out the April release. You will not be disappointed. These dies are so cute. So once again, her website and or no, and I will leave direct links in the description box for all of the dies that I used today. And when you head on over, save using code GEN10 at checkout. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more crafty content. I'll see you in the next crafty video. Bye!